Hey guys, Superturn here, welcome back to Let's Play Momodora. So this time, I'm going on collection spree because we have... What do we have to get still? We're missing 3 bugs. There is a particular item here. I forgot where we get it from, but there's another important item there to get. We're just going to be going for completion this time because all we have left otherwise is the final boss. So we're going to be going for completion this time. Should be pretty easy. And I'm gonna see you guys when we're at the place where stuff is. So this will be fun for me. And only me. How did I not get this one? In this room here, which happens to be the jail cell room, you have to be the cat, run in here, be able to grab this ivory bug, and I don't know if I ever showed that off. I should go make a point of that. I don't remember if I showed it off, but he doesn't survive. I don't remember if I made the mention of this beforehand, but the Momodora games, I'm pretty sure I have. I'm gonna keep making this mention as I'm running around. I want to go this way. In the Momodora games, in the other ones, people die yeah, the game does actually kill the NPC characters. And in the earlier games, you could save them if you speedrun the game. And you did it fast enough, some of them could survive. Not so... I don't want to go this way. Not so in this one. No matter how fast you go, pretty much every NPC is going to die. Yeah. Alright, yeah, I am here. So, I'm going to keep investigating, and I'll find you guys when we get to the next thing. Soon enough. Huh. I never got the one in this room either. So down here, give you a good idea where we are. If you look further down, the save point down below us, that's the one right before we fought Lubella. Yep, Lubella the second time. Off to the left is where the cat form was got and everything else. So, I'm thinking there's definitely something in this room. Yep, there it is. And there's our ivory bug. Perfect. We're only missing like one more now? One more now. Oh, where's this last one going to be? See when I find it. How did I miss it in this room? Okay, the room where you got the handkerchief, the partner's handkerchief. How did I miss that one? That is our last ivory bug as well. How did I miss that one? Oh my word. Whoop, I'm saved now. I did not want to save. I wanted to warp to... Actually, it'll be faster to get there from the actual monastery. I am just cursed, so I can't use items. Amazingly useful, let me tell you. Was that on camera that I mentioned I learned that the curse also applies to your passive items? Because it does. Which is a really interesting thing. Yes, here. A really interesting thing to know. Like, I did not know that. Here you are. Talk to you. I said talk. All the bugs. Words we promised. Hazel badge, yes, this is where you get this. Okay. And for all of them, you'll get a Passiflora. Not a problem. It wasn't that much of an issue, not with the Ring of Crandor. Alright then. So, she gave us the Hazel badge. Trinket. Useless as it may be, it can still hold a place in our heart. Shiny little badge in particular seems to depict an owl. The Passiflora, however, is here. That's the... Wow. Okay, I thought you could only have one of those at a time. This game has been patched since I've last played it, I believe. I'd have to double check that, but that could potentially explain why I have so much more than I feel like I should. Like, the game, it's hard, but not the worst. Like, the only reason I will die as often as I do is I try to perfect bosses. And that's you're a one hit point wonder. If you take a hit, you might as well just die. There is actually a game mode. I want to warp to here. There is actually a game mode that makes it so you have only one hit point. I'm not nearly good enough for that, because even if I can get through the bosses, I would die so much to stages just because I get careless and impatient and yada yada yada. Anyway, the reason we're running out here is because of her. It's going decently. Could be a lot worse. Could be a lot better. I'm pretty sure this is already a discussion we've heard from her. This, however, is new. Sure, absolutely. And we get the blessing charm. Yep, they sure will. Probably, maybe. Alright, blessing charm. This is a protective tool given to infants of the royal bloodline. I wonder if our friend there is actually a royal. Let's see. Every spell that I don't think I've shown off. So, let's start off by showing off this. We've had to see it at least once. I'm going to show it off again. Just makes the wind wave around you. The light spell. Yep. We also have bloodstained tissue. I don't think I've shown off. And I'll show off the... Oh, I haven't shown off this one yet. And the bloodstained tissue. That attack looks familiar, doesn't it? She wasn't that difficult of a boss, granted. The Tainted Missive we've seen, the Sparse Thread we've seen, Crystal Seed I use pretty often. I'm going to put that back on. And Rotten Bellflower, we already know what that does. I'm pretty much, I don't actually need this on anymore, so I'm going to put on the... Let me show you what the quick arrows do. Yeah, your arrows basically just have no travel time. Ring Candor, Necklace of Sacrifice. I'm actually going to want that on. The only thing we have left at this point to do in the game is to fight the final boss. And fortunately, or unfortunately as the case might be, I have to travel through a lot of the castle to get there. Luckily, it's not that bad, especially because we have opened up shortcuts. Like, I'm gonna have to fight my way through a little bit of it, but not the entire thing. Okay, that was actually a really not... Can I go up here? Can I go... Oh, wow, I can't go up through that, I don't think. Why wouldn't I not be able to... Why can't I... Wow, okay, that's actually more of a pain than I realized. Yeah, so see you guys at the top of the castle. Well, that could have gone a lot better and a lot worse, but we did it. And now, it's just the final boss of the game. I'm content with the items we have. Now then, as I recall, this boss is not actually that bad, but I need to remember how she works. Oop. Yep, she likes to disappear to the other side of the screen, coming in from the other. She'll make the bomb things that will vanish. You need to pay attention to circles where they appear below, above, on the sides, etc. And that's the attack here. That attack there actually is not that bad, I don't feel. Alright. So yeah, this is apparently the queen. Was the queen. And I'm not saying that because, like, pretending like I killed her, because In all honesty, you could kind of make the joke that she's not really the queen anymore. Some sort of demonic possession, really. It's not nice, whatever it is. Alright, she gets a few more attacks in phase 2. She uses a lot of the same ones that she did before, but you see she's already used at least 2 new ones. This is the second time she's used this one. And it's not that bad of an attack, it's just you can't attack during it, really. You have to wait. Probably cast a spell. Probably won't be that bad. And then she goes in the ground, does a little damage there that she does. Now then, at this point, looks like battle's over. Pretty easy. You would think. This is the point I'm expecting to lose. Alright, let's see if I remember how this works. This fight, as I recall, it's not like that it's scripted. I think it does follow the same pattern every time. I'm kind of worried, in all honesty. If I'm going to lose at any point, it's going to be at this part of the fight, because I don't really remember the pattern for this part of the fight. It shouldn't be that bad, granted, especially if I manage to keep up this pattern I've been doing. And... oh wow, I might actually be able to do this. Wow. Wow. Wow, I did that first try. Reverie Under the Moonlight is a prequel in Momodora. I don't pretend to know the full story of it all, but that there was the good ending. If you don't have the fresh tea leaf, the boss fight ends at the end of phase 2. Kaho will try to do the same thing she did in this. Absorb all the energy, cleanse it in that way, sacrificing herself, which Sacrifice Maiden, her technical title, that's where it plays in. But at that point, she will fail, die in vain, and the curse continues. Having the true tea leaf there, even if you never actually use it in the boss fight, will take it to phase 3, at which point you can fight it on properly. The final boss is, if you couldn't guess, for me, it wasn't that bad because I knew how she fought. And even though it's been quite a while since I've played her, she's not the most difficult boss. Really isn't. It's nothing at all like the double boss to get into the castle, or Lubella's second form, the Arsonist, the Pardoner. The Pardoner's sister wasn't that bad. I don't remember if I one-shot her. I don't recall or not. But, yeah. This game, though, as a whole, I'll say, is I am really glad I managed to see that they decided to do this Summer Games Done Quick. Because being able to see this game and actually learn about it, and I am legitimately curious to play some of the other ones. I know not all of them are Metroidvanias. I think only 2 is. 3 is kind of stage-based, and I think 1 is more like a Mega Man or a Sonic. I don't actually remember, but I'm curious to see how they are as well. I have more games on my docket to play. So many just to look forward to. I know there's other Metroidvania games I'm looking forward to. Some of you might actually have seen a thing called Owlboy, which should be coming out soonish. And, oh man, I am really looking forward to that one. It just looked interesting and it looked amazing. Just graphics-wise, it looked amazing. Granted, it's 2D sprite work, but it was good sprite work. And I just looked something really interesting. I'm going to be curious how that plays out. And I know I have a ton of other things still on my list that I can play otherwise, and I got to finish off Battlezone. That's going to take an eternity. But yeah, for overall views of this game, I absolutely loved it. It isn't that terribly long. I think my first playthrough I was done in like 7 hours, and this one took me 4 or 5-ish. We'll find out shortly. Yes, I would like to save over... Yes. I don't actually know what changes the New Game Plus has. I'm going to let the intro kind of play out, though, because there is one more thing I would like to show off when we get into it. And it doesn't take too terribly long. I think I can skip through a lot of the dialogue pretty quickly. I don't think any of the dialogue changes. It might be enemy placement, it might be damages. I don't really know what the New Game Plus differences are fully. But, where is it, the thing I'm looking for? It might actually just be in our inventory. Let's check. Alright, so you notice we have 2 new items in here. The small coin and the birthstone. Personal belonging of the Queen of Karst. Corrupted by great greed, became insane and attempted to mend the world of the living and the dead. Let me see if I recall correctly which is which. One of these, I believe the small coin, is your reward for beating the queen. The birthstone, as I recall, is your reward for perfecting her. I don't know if these items have any effect. I could probably never know. I could possibly play through the game again and find out. You also notice we still have the fresh spray leaf and all the ivory bugs. Nice little thing. Don't think we have... Oh, we have pretty much all of our items, I think. Yeah, all of our items as well. So it is a full New Game Plus. I would have to look into it to see what has actually changed otherwise, but I just wanted to really show off those 2 items. So let me return back to the title screen so we can check the time real quick, because I am curious. Yeah, I'm pretty sure our version did go up. I'd have to check that. So the time we took... My first playthrough was just over 7 hours, and this playthrough was just under 4. So it's not a long game by any means. And this attempt is me being good at Metroidvanias, but me also wasting probably an hour or 2 to boss fights because I insisted on perfecting them. There's a lot of nice things I will say about this game, and I am very glad I discovered it, I had the chance to play it. I'm glad I could support the people who made it. And I'm kind of... One last thing I'll make a comment of, and this thing can go on to a much longer rant, is I have made myself known where I'm a big fan of Metroidvania-style gameplay, and, like, the fact a lot of my channel is Metroidvania will support that. And in recent years, like the past year or 2, it's gotten to the point where Metroidvanias used to be rather rare. Like, not just a good Metroidvania. A Metroidvania was rather rare, but there have been so many new ones pumped out in recent years that it's getting to the point now where you have to pick out the good ones, and I like that, and I kind of like it that we have more choice, but having to wade through kind of makes things a little off-putting at times. But it means that there won't really be a shortage of games to play, even if they have to do some interesting things beyond just the power-ups. And admittedly, this one wasn't full Metroidvania. It was more of a action-adventure-ish genre. Because you didn't technically use the power-ups you gained to progress further. You just gathered keys and got new power-ups that let you mobility more in the process. Anyway, I could ramble on about that for a good long time. And I'm going to save that for another game, another video, because this one is at its close. Thank you for watching, everyone. Join me next time when we go into something new. Later.